Welcome back to another edition of Talk Nerdy to Me. I'm your host, Troy Stegner. I have another comic book review for you, but before that, I'm going to ask you a favor. Subscribe. Click the subscribe button. It helps us do more videos like this, reviews, unboxings, just general cool videos for free. It doesn't cost anything, man. Go subscribe. That being said, let's get into this. We have Looky Comic Bookie. Okay, this is Spider-Man, Spider Shadow, number 2. I did the review on number 1 for this, and I told you guys it's kind of like a what-if story. And this is the what-if story if Peter Parker had not given up the symbiote. And we saw at the end of issue 1, Hobgoblin attacked him and ended up burning his house, killing Aunt May in the process. He lost it. He just pulverized Hobgoblin, killed him dead. Well, he's kind of coming to grips with the fact that, he took a life and it doesn't feel right. And the symbiote's saying, oh no, he deserved it, man. The symbiote's getting in his head, saying, no, he totally deserved it. You were within your right. Reports of Spider-Man killing, of course, are going everywhere. Kingpin hears about it, and Kingpin is a big Spider-Man villain, so he's kind of worried for himself. So he starts hiring people to go after him. J. Jonah Jameson never liked Spider-Man, so now he's saying, "Oh, I told you all along. He's a criminal. He's a murderer. I told you. I told you." The symbiote gets to Peter. He ends up attacking J. Jonah in his office. Gets him up against the wall. Completely just crushes his left hand. Because later on you'll see J. Jonah's hands all pinned up and casted. So yeah, he comes in and basically tells J. Jonah, cut it out, don't do it anymore, or I'll come back and break your other hand. So then it flashes to Fantastic Four, and Reed Richards is doing some investigating, and he tells him the longer he keeps that symbiote, it could form a permanent bond. So they're all looking all over the city for him. Can't find him. MJ comes over because he hasn't been answering her phone calls, and she's worried. She finds him all sleeping weirdly with, the symbiote has got his tendrils everywhere, keeping him up in the air. MJ, she kind of asks him, "Oh, is it true what happened?" He's like, yeah, it is. And then he gets upset, takes off. And as he's swinging through the city, he gets attacked. I mean, you just see a big explosion. And who is it? It's Shocker. It's Shocker. Who's never been a huge threat to Spider-Man. So he's shooting all these shockwaves at him. And Peter's figuring out, he's like, hey, he's a low-level criminal. He would never come after me by himself. And certainly, he didn't. He had Mark Gargan there. Gargan, the Scorpion. So Scorpion is attacking him too, and he's talking trash until, the Venom symbiote just starts taking him out. And then, he's got Gargan all stitched up, and he's going back after Shocker. It come to find out that, Kingpin hired those two guys. He hired them to take out Spider-Man because he was afraid they were going to, Spider-Man was going to come after him. Spider-Man comes to Kingpin's house, and he's like, "Oh, I didn't expect you so," and he didn't even finish the sentence, and he flops Shocker's hand down in front of him. And he's holding Scorpion's tail appendage. So obviously he murdered them, and Kingpin is starting to try to talk trash to him, and all you see is a punch thrown. Kingpin's face is off panel, but with that amount of blood, I gotta imagine he killed Kingpin too. Then it flashes over to the Sinister Six you got there. What's left of them? You got Doc Ock, Mysterio, Craven, Electro, Rhino. They're all talking about taking out Spider-Man, and a couple of them, they want to jump in the action, and Craven's like, no, we've got to study him and form a plan, or else we're just going to end up like the rest of them, dead. And it looks like Doc Ock is the main guy. He's calling the shots, it appears. And he says, yeah, Craven's right. We need to do that. So he says he's briefing someone, and that someone is J. Jonah. So J. Jonah is paying the Sinister Six to try to take out Spider-Man because, like I told you, his hand pretty much destroyed. And, you know, he tells him, you know, the Sinister Six, yeah, you guys are criminals too, but you're lesser criminals than what the Spider-Man menace is, and take them out. So Doc Ock is giving orders. Next thing you know, one of his henchmen pops him over the back of the head, and looks like he snaps his neck and takes him out. Dude pulls off his mask, and he tells him, yeah, you can't kill Spider-Man, that's my job. And you come to find out, that's Eddie Brock. So this what if is kind of all over the place. I'm wondering, since they brought Eddie Brock in it, are they going to do one of those things that, even though it takes an alternate path, you come to the same conclusion type deal like they like to do? So is Eddie Brock going to get the symbiote, or are they going to pull it out of Peter? We'll see. We'll see. I like I said, I've been a big fan of what ifs. I like that they're not running this under the what if title. It's got its own Spider-Man, Spider Shadow. So it is basically a what if story running under this other title. And from what I understand, they're going to do a few other characters the same way with some what if stuff. So I'm really digging this so far. This is the second issue. I like how they're showing this symbiote is corrupting Peter, and he's doing some bad things. He's killing some people, but I mean, I guess he's taking out villains that if he didn't take them out, they were going to kill other people too. It's kind of a catch-22 because people expect their superheroes to be nicey nice and only take people to prison instead of killing them, Punisher style. So Spider-Man Spider Shadow #2, I recommend putting it on your subscribe list. I like it. This one is going to be a mini series. I'm pretty sure all of them will be, and it is well worth the read. If you like this video and you'd like to see more like it, subscribe. Helps with the metrics a lot. You can also hit the bell icon. You'll be notified whenever we put up a new video. And until you see that new video, later, nerds.
Get nerdy with me. Tell me what game that you get on. Is it card or read? What kind of class do you play, girl? In an RPG?